Hey Google, turn on my living room lights.
Yeah, you gotta rub. It's like the genie.
Alright, so today we're gonna be shooting a YouTube video for Alex. It's actually a sponsored video. It's for this desk right here, a standing desk. So we came up with the idea to shoot 5 tech items every guy needs in their apartment.
What's the one that we're doing first?
We're doing the Google Home.
Right.
All these lights in the office. We can use Google Home to turn them on, turn them off.
My lights on.
Which is very nice. Definitely something you guys need. So yeah, so right now I'm shooting B-roll of all this stuff before I shoot the talking part with Alex. So we have 5 items. So I'm gonna shoot B-roll of all those 5 items. We start off the Google Home.
So those are the list to shoot?
Yeah, these are the things. So we're gonna do the Google Home, the Sonos system, Rise shades, stand-up desk, the monitor arm, my 8 sleep, the vacuum, and the Ninja Creamy, which like makes ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Might as well just make some ice cream while I'm at it, you know?
Yeah, honestly. So we're actually about to film one of my personal favorite items from the list, which is, which one, Alex?
The 8 sleep mattress.
Which
one?
Favorite?
Like,
you don't know the name.
So it changes the temperature throughout the night based on your body temperature and how you're feeling, like your heart rate and all that.
That's
honestly
That's
amazing.
super sick.
And then it tells you your sleep score, quality of sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, like asleep by 10:28,
yeah.
woke up at 6:11. Yeah, man.
Whoa.
You know what's funny? It came with stickers like googly eyes and a nose
Oh,
and
really?
stuff, so we can customize it.
Hey.
And it's got a sticker that says "Hello, my name is," so you can name it. But check it out.
Seems appropriate.
Mapped out the apartment, so now I can be like clean rooms, clean living room,
my
kitchen,
God.
hallway, and then you just hit vacuum or mop or vacuum and mop.
Oh.
You want to see this magic? It's wild. You know, I had a stand-up desk at Google that I think I used it like twice. But now, honestly, like on my call days, I'd much rather stand.
Now it's coming together. Treadmill with the standing desk. This is a corporate beast.
Now we're gonna get shit done. Always waiting on Rodrigo, man. I'm just like,
We're just ready to get the shot.
okay.
3, 2.
Now there's a long ass countdown. Like, why is there a
Action.
long ass countdown? Just say, rolling. You're gonna see, Jed. My favorite thing about this is how quiet it is.
You're lying. It's definitely going to be
No,
the
it's-
loudest machine.
It's like super quiet.
Action.
All right, look at that. So this is literally one of these. One of these
Yep.
with a little bit of this.
Okay.
And then I put some chocolate chips in there just to add some texture to it
Yes, sir.
as a mix-in, but you can do whatever you want. Sometimes I'll do like a little wafer protein bar because it has that
And you're
texture.
feeling like going crazy.
Coconut flakes, whatever.
Yes.
You know? So,
A little treat.
all right, boys. Go crazy.
Okay, let's see.
You should have added yourself at that point.
First of all, let me just say, can a white boy catch a vibe? For God's sake.
All
I added myself in one time in a vlog chat,
Let's see.
and I'm getting roasted for it. Ooh. If you're used to eating protein-related things, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah. There's ways to make it a lot better, but then it's like, how unhealthy or healthy do you want to be?
Yeah.
You know, this is like the healthiest you can be besides the chocolate chips. But you could.
And the
add-
texture's actually really good.
The texture's great, and
Yeah.
you could add more things to make the texture even better. You know.
Yeah.
You could put the proof stamp right here.
Okay, so we're planning some Forte content. We've got 3 ideas that we're
Let's
running
hear it.
through.
I'm
Yep.
about to get pitched.
We're pitching to the teacher right now for the class.
So it's what we told you last time. We found 3 hairstyles. Well, Jed's looks like a mess right now. We're gonna go out and shoot to New York and basically ask women what haircut Jed should get.
All right, so what are we up to, Jed?
All right, so we're in the West Village right now. Rodrigo and I are doing a little side quest where we've been sent over here. We're gonna go to Washington Square Park in a second, which is basically where we're gonna start doing some real short form content, because the last couple days we have been coming up with some ideas with Alex to shoot some short form media for Forte, basically, where we're gonna be talking to strangers doing some street style interviews.
Yeah, so basically, you just want to put a little bit more focus with the in-house team to create some content. It's gonna be sick because like this is our Jed and I's like first time just going to random strangers and talking to them. But this will be great because now we're like getting the word out, you know, getting the word out so people know what Forte is. We'll be like promoting like the fragrances, and then we'll also be like helping you guys know what's on trend, like what the ladies like, what kind of hairstyles the ladies like right now, or like what kind of like hairstyles all the guys are like rocking right now. So it should be fun, and you guys should stay tuned for the content as well.
Yes,
so let's go. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time doing this, and I'm gonna have to start talking to strangers because the first video that we're gonna do is getting strangers to pick Jed's next hairstyle.
How you feeling? There's a lot of people here right now.
Feeling good? You just gotta think positive. When you're stressed or you're nervous about something, just try your best not to think negatively.
Bro, in moments like this, you just have to remember that it's New York. No one really cares what you're doing. There's like 10 other people that are probably shooting stuff. So it's just hectic and chaotic. So you just gotta, you gotta ebb and flow. All right, so we finished off at Washington Square Park. We did the first video, a little bit of the second, where we went up and basically asked people to pick out my haircut. The winner actually was the middle part, honestly, which I was kind of looking for, so that was nice. Now we kind of bounced over to Soho, where it's a little bit more quiet than it usually is, maybe because it's the middle of the week, but honestly, I'm not mad about it. We've been chatting with some cool people here. We're doing some fragrance tests where we're showing people 2 different fragrances. One is Antagonist and the other one is a mystery fragrance that's like double the price. And we're asking them which ones they think are more expensive. So that's where we're at right now. And we're getting a little burnt out too, so we might have to take a bit of a pause. But so far, so good.
Hello?
Yo. I was hoping that they would be fine, the shampoo, and the manufacturer was overreacting, but they're pretty scratched up.
Right.
So, but also looking at them, it could just be that the white one has is colored, so it has another layer of paint or something over it.
Okay, well, if they're not good enough to ship, then we're just gonna have to remake them, and we're basically likely gonna have to pay for half of the shipping cost, but they're gonna remake them.
I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do. Either we launch it like this, which honestly, I don't like it. Or we're gonna take a financial hit, and we're gonna delay the launch, which means an even deeper financial hit. Yeah, all right. We'll figure it out. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. So annoying, man. We've been working on these 2 products, for such a long time. I mean, I'm glad the white one isn't damaged either, because that would be double the shittiness of having to get more. But it's funny because like it's not a lot, right? It's not a
huge issue,
but to me, I'm such a packaging guy. You guys already know this, but to me, when you get a product that you buy from me, from my brand, you get it, and the first thing you notice is that it's not 100%, that it's scratched. There's something wrong about that. I love the unboxing experience of
What a
products,
nice, perfect looking product, yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're not going to launch this product, I'm assuming, when we want it to launch in about 3 weeks. We're going to push it back. That delay itself is going to cost us way more, because now instead of having 2 more SKUs, and which we already had our projections and we knew we were going to make a certain amount of money, thousands and thousands of dollars from the sales of this, now that gets pushed back. Now our projections go down, so it ends up being a lot of money when it comes to the loss of revenue. Anyway, do you guys like the?
Yeah.
You guys like our new products?
Other than that, they look great.
For the first time, we're doing a UV treatment on the bottle, so you can see the lines here with the UV treatment. So it's very, very minimal because I wanted the product to be still very clean. I obviously scratched it myself, but it was kind of like this before. You know?
Exactly.
Just
doesn't look like
not good
straight
enough.
Off the shelf.
Unfortunately, just not good enough.
Yeah. Okay, got the spring fit
So
on.
for this one, let's do like I think let's do like a little. All right. It's so funny that like I never come right next to the Empire State. It doesn't even look that tall anymore.
It's not even that big, yeah.
You know? How many floors? You know?
I'm not sure. A lot.
I feel like my building's taller than that.
Yeah, like low key, honestly.
So we're at Ulta right now. Jed needed some makeup, so
Yeah. Need some concealer.
so we're here because I like to come into these stores and just do a little bit of research into what kind of products they're selling. It's just good to come in, see what products they have, see the price range they have, see what kind of men's grooming products they have, if any. So take a look around, look at packaging, look at prices, just do some
Yeah.
research, some recon, you
It's
know?
a bit of research, yeah, exactly.
Everything's pastel, like what people want.
Simple.
Especially the girlies, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they like
They
right
love
now.
those pastel girlies.
This type of packaging isn't really working right now anymore. There's too much going on. It needs to be more minimal.
Yeah.
Yo, they literally did pomade, medium hold, high shine, and they put a guy with a buzz cut here who clearly doesn't need any pomade. I don't know. Just one of the things that we do really well at Forte is the educational aspect of things. So I feel like I like what they did here, but they did it wrong. You know, I like the
Yeah.
idea, but the execution was off. I feel like we can come in and do something way better. That's just easier for a normal guy customer to come
Yeah.
in here and
To
understand.
pick between what she wants,
Hey,
what
this
she
is
needs.
what I
yeah.
want. You know. Got to check out Ulta. Went to Starbucks Reserve for a much-needed meal and some coffee, and now we're actually headed to a vet to pick up Truffle because he got neutered today. So we're gonna go pick up the little guy.
Not gonna be a happy guy.
He's not gonna be. He's gonna have the cone and everything. But I wanted to take this time in the car here to talk to you guys about the vlog and how you guys are feeling. You know, I've been doing content for so long. I've been doing YouTube since 2011. So I wanted to get a pulse from you guys. I really like the 20-minute length. I really like being able to go deep into a topic and not feeling like I have to rush what I'm saying or go only surface level, right? Because of the algorithm, because I have to get it out like on a reel or TikTok or even sometimes on YouTube videos that have to be under a certain length. For the vlog, I just feel like it can go deeper into
Yeah.
Forte, content creation, living in New York City,
Yep.
my personal life. And so I'm really liking, to be honest, this is my favorite piece of content that I'm posting right now is the vlog on the Behind the Business channel. So I'm really enjoying it. And typically, if I'm feeling that, typically, not always, then you guys are feeling it too. And I'm really loving this. And I hope you guys are feeling the same way. But let me know. Do you think it's too long, too short? Are we posting enough? Do you feel like you're learning about business? Is there anything that we're leaving out that you want to learn about or want to know more about? Because this is where we have that connection. This is where we build this connection and go deeper into specific topics, especially when it comes to business, right? Which is what this channel is
all
about.
yeah.
Of course, we're gonna have other things and fun things, but that's the main kind of like pillar for this channel. But yeah, we'd love to get your feedback. You know, let us know how you're feeling. Just want to get a pulse from you guys because this is for you. This is all for you. I really, really enjoy this, but this is ultimately for you.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh.
It's time.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, his blueberries are gone.
They're gonna be gone, bro. Oh, no.
Sorry, Truffle. I'm sorry.
Gonna be an upset guy.
In here, and then you should be out shortly with Mr. Trump.
Thank
okay?
you.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Hi, Truffle.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, man. Inside the cone.
I know. We're gonna change this cone. We're gonna give you something a little more comfortable,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna make sure that you have the best next 2 weeks. Make sure you're pampered. My family. He's a
Yeah,
part
man.
Of the, I'm his pack.
Yeah, bro.
We'll take care of you, man.
This little guy.
And then just in terms of numbers, I mean, it's at huge scale. I love that you guys have so many app users as well. For us, you know, obviously, to be transparent, the goal is obviously to get into stores. The men's space is something that you guys are probably interested in and trying to crack, just because it's been a slow burn for the past many years. But I'm with you, Zach. I really do think that, you know, we're getting past that, and we're at a point now where guys are way more willing to do their hair and look good, and also be transparent about the fact that they want to look good. Right now, we're taking the approach of solving problems when it comes to products. So if you have thin hair or if you have flat hair, you know, guys don't really know how to verbalize that. They don't really know what is wrong with their hair, so they're just buying anything and everything to try to fix it. Now we're creating educational content that targets those problems and then gives them the solution and the transformation you're looking for with the products. Great meeting you both. Have a good one. Take care. All right, so I just finished this huge call with a very large retailer, worldwide retailer, and I mean, their numbers are crazy. So obviously getting into that would be insane. And what they're doing is they're launching a marketplace online where smaller brands can basically go and test themselves and prove that they can be successful in the marketplace. And then if that's successful, then they bring us into stores. So I was basically pitching this retailer and, you know, telling them why Forte is the right brand for them. Majority of their customer base right now is female, which is interesting to us because obviously, well, it's a little bit harder, but also we're bringing new customers to them, which is very valuable, right? We're not just activating their current customers, we're bringing a whole new set of customers to them, and I think that's what makes us desirable to this retailer. And yeah, we have another call in a couple of weeks that we already set up, and we'll go from there. But overall, I mean,
Sounded pretty good, yeah.
sounded good. Thank you so much for helping us make these beautiful fragrances. Everyone really loves them. And it's funny because we weren't sure if there was going to be a huge winner out of the two, but we've been selling the kit, you know, the collection as a whole, so they've actually been pretty even in terms of sales. I mean, you know how much work went into it and how excited / nervous we were to launch this being our first fragrance collection. Yeah, we just have to thank you for, you know, really guiding us in the right direction and creating protagonist and antagonist, and that's why we're here again to talk about round 2, you know, what we want to make next. The goal is to launch them next spring around this time. So we're thinking 2 fresh fragrances, so more mass appealing, easy to wear for the everyday guy. But, you know, the problem that we run into when we do that is it becomes generic. And for us, the last thing we want to be is generic and forgettable. So how do we do that? And that's kind of what we've been thinking about lately. So I actually have a few fragrances here in front of me that I really like that are kind of in that same vein, and wanted to talk to you and see, first of all, what your trend predictions are for next year and beyond, and if you have any notes for us to get started. So the blue one, we're for sure, that's the direction we want to go into. The second fragrance, we're not 100% sure. We wanted to, I was thinking something still fresh, but leaning more towards sexy. You know, so maybe a little more boozy or something like that, where it's not too heavy. It's still for the warm season, but yeah, like a nighttime fragrance.
It would be useful to you and to your storytelling, right? If your first generation launch was anchored on Alex's background and his, you know, home, you know, native home of Brazil, and tells the story that way, there's no reason why you can continue to tell a story from that same background and just talk about now the lush side of Brazil.
What's going to make it that attractive, that sexy nighttime scent?
If you're trying to create a profile for spring and summer to connote something sexy, even a little bit of that undertone boozy quality, it's going to be a frame of woods, but the woods are going to be kept on a lighter side, not as dark as you would for fall or winter. So there's going to be maybe facets of a little bit of patchouli, but more so maybe driven by vetiver, by cedarwood. Perhaps there's touches of resin to bring in that boozy quality, almost like that resinous piece from a benzoate.
Love that. All right, so let's see where we start with what we have now. We'll start getting samples. We'll start working on the packaging on our side, at least to get an idea of what's possible. And we'll go from there. And then if you have obviously any questions in the meantime, just shoot them over. And if we think of anything else, we'll just email them over to you. All right, guys, let me know if you want the vlogs to continue to be this length. What else do you want to see here on the channel? And I'll see you in the next one.